Hey everybody, it's Mark Ruggiero here, Clark Commando 1983, and just gonna get me another video going here at, I don't know, it's like midnight and February 4th, I believe, or 3rd, I don't know, it doesn't really matter. You think I'd get my date straight, right guys? And ladies, if you're watching. So what this short video is going to be about is my next deep dive is going to be into World War One. I've already did another video on some books I got. I just got a couple new books in I wanted to show you, but I wanted to show you the game series and the game that I'm also going to dive into. And hopefully you'll join me for the ride. And we'll see how far I get till the next shiny object distracts me. But really helping in my fight with pancreatic cancer and just love doing these videos. So thank you all for watching and commenting, especially, and liking. And please, if you first time you're seeing this and you like the content, please like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps my morale a lot. So anyways, thank you so much. But anyways, as y'all know, I like to pimp my games. Maybe watch some of my other videos, how to prep games, etc. And I'll do one on how I'm going to prep the game I'm going to show you. But part of my deep dive into games is I like to get books, right? And I think we all do. And I found this, and trust me, I've got a huge stack of books that probably couldn't read in a lifetime. But I found this, and it's a deep dive into the Kaiser's Army. Bloomsbury by David Stone. It was, looks like it's, got some neat maps, fairly well illustrated. And let's see, when was it printed? It looks like it was printed in, I think it's a fairly recent book. Let's see here if I can find a stupid date. Oh, 2015. So not stupid, crazy, but anyways, supposed to be a decent book by David Stone, The Kaiser's Army. Thought it looked interesting, and a couple little reviews here. Let's get some pictures in the middle. Anyways, so super excited about that. And then I found a whole series of books, which, unlike normal, I didn't run out and buy the whole series. I got the Austro-Hungarians, of course, got the Germans. But this series is Armies of the Great War. It was recommended by me, somebody. They're different authors. This one's on the Austro-Hungarian army, which I'm always fascinated by the underdogs of my games. And, but I got one on the way for the Russian army. And then sitting in my cart is the British, the French, and the Americans, the Italians. But it's kind of a neat series on books. Looks interesting. And, it's supposed to be an overall view. No pictures. Very text, lots of text. So anyways, but it's okay. I enjoy reading stuff like that. I have a general history, which I've shown before. This will be the first general history of the First World War I'm reading right now. Just started it, but First World War, Complete History by Martin Gilbert. Looks really interesting. I literally just started it. So I love my books, in case you didn't know that. It's like I love my games. When I do spin off this coil someday, boy, there's going to be a treasure trove of people that with pennies on the dollar, I'm sure. But I also got this Martin Gilbert Atlas through a suggestion from another channel, which eventually I'll add a link to his channel, and I can't pronounce his name, and he's going to shoot me in the head probably for when he watches my video. I need to write this stuff down, I guess, before I do my next video. So anyways, but Martin Gilbert, it's got a foreword or intro by Field Marshal Montgomery of LL Mine fame. But really cool, kind of old school black and white maps. It's an atlas, like I said, Atlas of World War One, by Martin Gilbert. Obviously, I bought it used. I didn't do all these little markers. It came like that. I got it for a pretty fair price, but lots of cool maps. Just really neat looking, old school feel, black and white atlas here. Looks pretty neat. Great, will be a great game companion. But Martin Gilbert, Atlas of World War One, and there again, I ordered that based on a recommendation. So here's the series I'm going to use. Lots of great games in World War One. This is part of the weltkrieg series, which I've played Tannenberg. SPW games. It's sold by Decision Games. You can buy them from resellers. Of course, I have the whole set. The only game I have that's punched is Tannenberg, because that's the only one I played. I did play Serbia and Galicia with a friend of mine, Tim Burgess, played with his copy. And, you know, he moved to Arizona to take care of his mother, so that's cool. And Tim, if you see this, you know I love you, and I miss you, because me and you did some monster games together, and I'm sure we will again. Even if I got to make a special trip down to Arizona just to play. But anyways, hopefully I'll make it to Tempe this year. But Western Front, this is going to be my deep dive series. I may do the Western Front, may do the Italian Front. I haven't decided, but I wanted to show you the game. There's tons of unboxings. David Schroder on YouTube, the designer, has a wonderful series of how to play that are great in in connection with the rule book. I do want to say is hopefully I will get to editing some of these videos I'm putting up and add some links. So, but he has a great how to play that's meant to be in conjunction with the rule book. But this is the latest second edition. There is like first edition. This is the latest edition of the rules. The series rules, and this rule book actually includes rules that you don't need if you're just playing scenarios or whatnot. But you know, in length, it's really amazing. Little small designer notes in the back, but nation-specific rules, but literally for like 20 pages of rules. Really beautiful. I love the matte finish rule books. I'm not a fan. I'll use them, but the shiny paper. A lot of people don't know that this quality paper is better than the shiny paper. Actually last longer, outlive most of us. Here's the scenario booklet and whatnot. And like I said, I'm not set on that I'm going to start with the Western Front. It is one map. Ideally, I would like to combine a couple of the fronts, but we'll see. I got to clear my table a little more to do that. But I wanted to just kind of show you guys various charts and whatnot. But this game, if you haven't played it or seen the series, I highly recommend that you get the Tannenberg. You can get it for like, I don't know, $22 and try it and see if it's to your liking. I think it's a freaking wonderful series. These will be punched and clipped. I'll do a video on how I'm going to sort. I got to figure that out because there is some duplication among the different games, and you don't have to do historical designations or anything like that. I, of course, will, because that's who Mark Ruggiero is. But they're very clear counters with a combat, movement, unit type, NATO symbology, size, brigade, divisions. You got forts, engineers, headquarters. Backsides are at reduced strength. Let me double check that. Yep. not necessarily in half, right? Eights go to sixes. The combat system you do end up using for losses, these minus strength, so the stacks can get a little bit high. Hopefully that won't deter you, but they're very nice counters. They punch really cleanly when I punched my Tannenberg. And I'll look forward to, once I start prepping and sorting these. And the Western Front comes with a really manageable one map. I'm going to show you this really quick. What I really like about this game, and you actually get really used to it, it may look kind of weird at first, but this is all set with the borders for World War One. This is one map. I'm not going to be able to squeeze it all in here, but one thing I want to show is, let's zoom in a little bit more. Here's Paris. One thing I really like, I'm a big map guy, and one thing I really enjoy about the maps is, where's my handy dandy pointer? I never use it. Oh well, I'll get to it. Is you'll see each hex, unlike a lot of war games, it divides the hex. I'm pointing at something you can't see. That's not helpful, is it? All right, let's look here. So here you got reams here, right? So yeah, it's got the, the double rails, single rails. But what's really unique about, if you look at the hexes, each hex side, and you do get used to it, I'm telling you, is a different terrain type. So for example, if I had a unit in reams, and I move this way, this is a clear hex side, right? Then you got woods, and you have broken, there's mountains, there's, of course, let me zoom back out, zoom out, Mark. You got cities, but like I said, I'm a big, got some mountains or hills over here. Need to look at the terrain key to make sure. National borders, et cetera, et cetera. What's really, in my opinion, really cool about these maps is, and like David Schroder points out, and it's really sad he was going to do a World War II version of this, and but I don't think that's ever going to happen. But it's one thing that's, I just think, great is it shows you like why certain armies march certain ways, right? And it's, just a really unique way to show the terrain for movement and combat. So anyways, it's been about, I really am looking forward to diving into this. Hopefully I don't get distracted by, as we like to say, right, guys, the next shiny object, which I'm really guilty of at times. Trying to squeeze in a lot of games and whatever I got left. But beautiful box. You can get a set of these, like I said, Decision Games. You can buy individually. I highly recommend the Tannenberg game once again, if you just want to try it out. And there's other ways of resellers. I do recommend you get the second edition. You can buy some of the older games, do what you want. But if you want the latest, just make sure you're getting the second edition. And there's West Front, East Front. There's one for the Middle Eastern Front, the Italian Front. And then there's actually a box that I don't know if I'll ever get to do, but it's a campaign where you can do production and just the whole 9 yards. And but I think it's a really playable format. I don't think it's overly complicated. I'll label this as part 1 of Mark's deep dive or something. I do got a couple more books coming, and I'll show those next time. And as I progress with it, what's going on, I will for sure add to the video and make it part of a playlist. And once again, thank you guys all for joining, ladies, gentlemen. I love doing this. I love wargaming, and I love you. Thank you all. And if you watch till the end, I really appreciate you. And if you comment and like and all that good stuff, amazing, really, please. It really helps. Thank you. Have a great day and evening. Bye.